was instinct. A very valuable talent, to be sure. Actually, I thought I'd have enough thrust to pull up to a clear jump line, Aiden admitted. When I realized we didn't, I was pretty sure we were all going to die. Then why did you attempt the maneuver? Corporal Chesson wondered. Aiden shrugged his shoulders. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Had that slight downhill grade not been there to lessen your impact and the tall, wet grass not been there, had the slope not angled quickly upward again. Like I said, I got lucky, Aiden repeated. I was there. Yes, you were lucky that all those elements were present, the slopes, the wet grass. But you slightly altered course just before impact, causing us to clear the crest and strike the surface at a less dangerous angle. That was not luck, that was skill and instinct. Yeah, I guess. However, in the future, it might be better if you were to consider your actions a bit more carefully in the heat of battle and avoid unnecessary risks, the corporal advised. Aiden looked surprised. I thought the Gata Jacques were all about risk. I mean, you guys are the greatest soldiers ever known, right? We are, because the risks we take are carefully calculated in order to ensure our success, the corporal explained. You're saying you would have calculated all that stuff? The angle of impact, the drag of the surface, the transfer of kinetic energy during impact and sliding down and then back up the grade, all of it, in the middle of battle? Yes. All of it? All of it, the corporal replied confidently. Possibly more than once, he added, a wry smile on his face. I don't see how that's even possible, Aiden insisted, shaking his head. It is all part of a Gata Jacques training. They taught you to do such equations in your head? There are no calculators on the battlefield, the corporal replied, nor time to use them if there were. What else did they teach you? Aiden asked. Many things. Science, philosophy, economics, psychology, religion, physics, astrophysics, many things. And, of course, all things combat-related. I had no idea, Aiden admitted. I always thought that the Gata Jacques were just highly trained killers, Corporal Chesson said, finishing Aiden's sentence for him. Sorry, I meant no disrespect. None was taken, the Gata Jacques corporal assured him. Such misconceptions were the result of the Ibaran legions and the rule of Caius Ta'akar. The Ibaran legions? Aiden wondered. Brutal, bloodthirsty men, made that way by difficult and torturous living conditions on a harsh world not originally of their choosing. They were trained in none of the disciplines I listed, only in the art of combat, and they were quite adept at it, to be sure. Why them? The empire of Caius grew quickly. It is a mistake made often by those seeking power, be it in power or business. They were seeking to grow beyond their means of logistics and support, Corporal Chesson explained. The original Karuzari recognized this and took advantage, taking down Caius's forces bit by bit. The Ibarans were a marginalized segment of Takaran society. Caius recognized their strength and made them into a new form of Gata Jacques. Sort of a Gata Jacques light? Corporal Chesson looked confused. If by that you mean not as completely trained as the real Gata Jacques, then yes. The Ibaran legions possessed only the combat training and hardware of the Gata Jacques, but none of the knowledge and intellectual ability needed to use them. They were men willing to kill in the name of Caius in order to gain the people their rightful status in Takaran society. And did they? Aiden wondered. For a time, yes, but they backed the wrong noblemen, and that was their undoing. What happened to them? Their entire world was destroyed only a few weeks ago by the Dusan, Corporal Chesson replied, for refusing to pay proper respect to their conquerors. The Dusan wiped out their entire world? Aiden questioned in disbelief. From orbit. Men, women, children, the elderly. Ibar is now a complete wasteland, as is Burgess. Burgess? The world that was our home, Corporal Chesson replied, his voice taking on a somber tone. Until recently. They destroyed your home world as well? Our adopted home world, yes. Aiden suddenly felt ashamed. I didn't know. How could you? Corporal Chesson said, hoping to assuage Aiden's guilt. I guess we all assumed the Gata Jacques returned to Takara. Isn't that where you're...